So just, your second spring here, maybe what's been the biggest difference between, coming in your second year as opposed to, when you got here last year?
The biggest difference is I'm more prepared and understanding the game more, and Coach Hutton's defense, understanding the details and the fundamentals of my game, and just, trying to get better day by day. So,
Talk about the competition up there. You got some pretty good players on the D-line. I'm sure it's relatively intense amongst you guys.
Oh, yes, sir. We got a lot of good players on our defense and our defensive line. So, iron sharpens iron. We're trying to better ourselves every day, extra work outside of football. And, we try to stay in the building. So, everybody's just like that.
How do you feel like the room has kind of improved over the course of spring?
Improved a lot. Everybody want to, get better and, stay in the film room and just work hard. Everybody just, try to look for a leeway just to, get on the field. So everybody just trying to improve.
What's the competition like? Obviously, last year, Ruben and Akeem were pretty entrenched at defensive end. So just like now that there's kind of more, fluidity or spots more open, I guess. Like, what's the competition like to try to get on the field, get more playing time?
It's very competitive. We're not really looking for spots. We're just looking to get each other better, at what we do. So, if I pick the young bucks up. If they see something wrong with me, they'll tell me. If I see something wrong with them, I tell them. So, we just trying to, better our details and fundamentals as the game goes. But it's a lot of dogs on this defensive line, I'll tell you that.
So last year at times you flashed your ability, but now Ruben's gone, Akeem's gone. Do you feel like a greater sense of urgency to do it more consistently and prove to the coaches they can put you out there?
As my second year, yes, sir. I feel like, I understand this defense more, and just being under Ruben and Akeem and them teaching me as a young buck last year. The things I took from them, I can put in my game and use it for next year and teach the younger guys too. So, try to become a leader this year.
What was last season like for you personally?
A growing experience. Just last year, I looked at as just looking at Ruben and Akeem and taking their things and try to improve it in my second year. So it was like a teaching experience from them teaching me.
How did you change your body just since last year to put yourself in a position to be able to play more this year?
Just trying to stay consistent, eat the right things, and I gained 25 more pounds from when I first came here. So I just try to eat more lean food and stay consistent in what I do in the weight room and on the field. So.
What do you weigh now?
245. Yes, sir. 245.
45?
Yes, sir.
You said you gained 25?
25 pounds.
Going up against the O-line, just who've been the guys who've been maybe giving you guys the most trouble and the hardest to go against?
Jackson Cantwell, the whole O-line basically, just to start O-line is 2s and 3s, iron sharpens iron. So, it's hard going against them because, they make me better, I'm making them better, and they get better day by day. So it's kind of a struggle, but, I look at it as the best O-line in the nation. So that's what I'm going against, and that's what I'm going to compete my behind on, just try to get better. So the whole O-line.
Going against Cantwell, obviously he's here, he's a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Huge guy, obviously. Just what's it like? The first time you faced him, was it like, what was that like?
He got very long arms, very strong and very smart. He's a very athletic, person, big guy. So, it's very hard. But that whole O-line is just, them seniors. It's hard to go against them, man. So. Yeah.
Just curious, you're going by third. Can you just kind of explain that? Obviously, you're the third, but just had you always been just called that for?
Yes, sir. I've always been called third because of Herbert Scroggins III, and I'm the third. So. Yeah, that's where I got my name from. Yeah.
But never Herbert. They never.
Herb sometimes, but third was I don't like being called Herbert or Herb, so it's like just call me third.
Any significance with the number change? Any particular reason?
Not really. I just looked up to Wes Percent and the other guys, and Wes was a very good mentor for me. Seeing him playing on the field and him, teach me some leadership things. So I look to carry his number on.